What's up, Scyushi Squad? We are back in small troll. Better late than never, right? So, I actually ended up having all of the new wings relating to the Sunrise update, like last week. Got a bit preoccupied with the other videos that we ended up having up on the channel over the past few days and stuff. Made a couple promises on Twitter about like the returning guide and stuff arriving this week, and we're now just about to roll into the next week. So anyways, you guys don't care about any of that stuff. What you guys care about is the new wings. So in the Sunrise update, we've got 3 new sets of wings, which are particularly difficult to craft. So I'm going to show you guys the crafting components for these just to give you some perspective to how expensive this can end up being. So there's going to be the Skyhook gliders, and then there's going to be the Irradiantly Unbound and the Ashen Pappus, whatever, I don't know. But you can already see it costs lots of the new ore. It costs a bunch of power cells, unnatural device. These are resources that you can farm easily enough. And a unnatural device is actually a really rare resource to find down in the Ashen biome, whereas the Irradiant power cell and the Irradium ore is up in the upper half of the Sundered, and it's definitely a lot easier to get those. However, in this case, we see that we require Ashen souls and Irradiant souls, and 5 of them each. So the way that this works is for an Ashen soul, you have to get an enemy trophy from any of the Ashen enemies, so the enemies down below, whereas the Irradiant is going to end up being from trophies from enemies up top. And then you're going to end up putting those into a composter, which is right here, and then those trophies, instead of converting into poop, will end up converting into the Ashen or a Radiant resource appropriately, like these souls right here, right? And then on top of that, you need the Freedom Flight of Gold quality, which is pretty ridiculous, because if we end up going into the new biome right here, I'll just show you guys very quick that where you get these is the starting NPC in the town, or in the town, at the spawn of the world, right? So there's going to end up being this mushroom dude right here, and you can end up buying these Freedom of Flight gold tickets for 5,000 cubits. Absolutely brutal pricing. But near as I can tell, the way that these work is it gives you unrestricted flight within this biome for 3 days, right? That includes whether you're online or offline. So they're pretty useless, and generally speaking, you don't want to end up going for this resource. However, I noticed that it actually plants it right in your inventory, and I'm pretty sure it's a consumable. Like, I think that you could just stock up on them. I wouldn't recommend that you do it, but I'm pretty sure you could stock up on them and they won't end up going anywhere. So you know, these essentially just require the cubits, but then the worst is going to end up being the Sundered Charge Crystal, because these are going to end up being time-gated resource. So the reason I was able to get the wings so quickly is because I ended up buying all of the Solarian store packs, which of course I can't see them anymore because I bought them all already. Which lands you around like 50-60 bucks, something like that, which is pretty darn good considering the amount of mastery and the amount of costumes and stuff that you get out of it, not to mention the Solarian class itself. But the Sundered Charge crystals, being as time gated as they are, you end up actually getting, I think you get like 150 or something by buying all of the packs in total, because I think you get 50 per pack. I could be wrong about that. I'd have to double check. But the point is that each of these wings cost this resource, and once you've actually spent the resources that you get from the Solarian packs, these are insanely difficult to get, because you can only get, well, you're supposed to only be able to get 40 of them per week, but there's a trick that you can do with the new 5-star dungeons that allows you to get 50 of them per week, which I'll try my best to have the 5-star, the new 5-star tutorial out sometime soon, maybe tomorrow if I can squeeze it in. I know that it's been a video that lots of you guys keep requesting because the new 5 stars are so confusing. But anyways, that's going to be one set of wings, and then this wing set, as you can see, costs similar resources, just they kind of vary in the amount that they need. They need a Radiant, but they don't need Ashen, whereas this is going to end up taking the Ashen, and is the only set of wings that is also going to end up taking ore from the downward area and the Ashfern sporelings, which is a plant that you can find in the downward area. So generally speaking, these aren't super expensive. They are very expensive, especially for somebody like me, where I just literally bought all of the resources on the player market when they were way more expensive than they are now. But hey, whatever. Okay, anyways, without further ado, I'll make sure that I put a timestamp for you guys so you can see all of this stuff. Let's take a look at these wings. So these are going to end up being the, which one, what are these? The Irradiants? Is it the Irradiants? Wait, where did they go? Oh, there it is. Irradiantly Unbound. So these are pretty cool, frankly speaking. Oh, someone actually got Gonda. Jeez. Okay, I wonder how many Troves of Wonder he opened. But they're pretty cool. Generally speaking, they remind me of Terraria wings. They're very like complicated. They have a lot of moving parts, as you can see. Kind of steampunk, I guess, but with lots of gears and junk like that. I don't know. They're kind of cool though. They're a little overdone. I don't know if they necessarily fit with Trove or anything like that, but I commend them for actually doing something different and unique. So that's kind of cool. And then these are going to end up being the Ashen wings. Now these suckers are very, very odd. I don't know if I like these. I like the fact that they kind of look like they're from an anime, like they're like cartoonish or something, but I do not feel like these wings belong in Trove. They just look so strange. I don't know. They look like antlers, I guess, but I guess it's supposed to be like a plant or something. I don't know. It kind of, honestly, it just makes me think of like coral at the bottom of an ocean or something like that. It's not like I dislike them. I just don't think that they fit with Trove. Can you stop, buddy? Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know. They're not my favorite, but again, I just think it's because they're so odd. You can also kind of see the way that they're set up. They kind of intertwine in the wrong way, and it feels like they're a little bit off center with how they come out of your character, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Someone's gonna love these wings. I know that's for sure. As far as Shadowhunter costume, I think that those wings kind of worked with the Amok aimbot. And then these are going to end up being the Skyhook gliders. These are those ones that I showed you that are the super duper expensive ones. The funny thing is that all of these wings technically are tradable if you're stupid enough to actually buy the Greater Sundered Uplands cache, and if you're lucky enough that you end up actually getting a tradable version of those wings in the first place. I got a video showing these boxes off already. They're absolutely terrible. But these... I know that lots of people aren't gonna like these. These are actually my favorite out of the new Sundered wings. Again, I feel they're very, very strange and obtuse, and they don't really fit with Trove. But I feel like they fit with Trove the most, like over the other ones. And I actually kind of like the idea of how these operate. So we don't have many wings like this in the game, where it actually has a 3D object, which is quite complicated to do because the wings are essentially going to end up being a video effects. So even this 3D effect is actually done within the VFX program. So I think it's really cool that they figured out how to do this. We've got some of the, there's some of the fire wings that end up doing the same thing from years back. But essentially it seems like, I don't know, there's just something about these where it's like these two gravity-defying things are pulling on these chains that are levitating us and keeping us up in the air or something. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me, but these are personally my favorite. And it's actually the reason why I swapped back to my old school Shadowhunter look, was just because I saw, because these wings were just so cool, I thought anyways, and just the way that they animate and stuff. I don't know. I like him. What's your favorite? Sound off in the comments if you have a favorite out of these. And hey, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll try and end up having the next video highlighting the new dragons. I don't know if that's going to be like the video tomorrow or anything. I'm just saying that I'm trying to get a video footage of the 4th dragon, which I don't currently have. And then I'll end up having that video out alongside the other dragons. But anyways, you guys don't care. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Smash like, sub for more. Buy the merch you want to support the channel. I'm actually not wearing any of the merch right now. And I hope you have a wonderful day.